It's Waxing Lyrical, baby.
Hello, Waxers, and welcome to Waxing Lyrical, Mainz and Dutts. I'm your host, Mainz. My colleague, still trying to work out why the left defensive end doesn't cover the left tackle. It's Mr. Neil Dutton. How are we, Neil?
I was busy. I was confused. I'm not here to argue semantics.
just for those who are unaware, because you weren't in our text conversation today, Neil was made up. Jason Peters has signed a contract extension for 1 year, I believe.
2 years.
2 years, is it? Well, we'll see. Every contract in the NFL is 1 year. And we said that meant that Lane loves a P.E.D. Johnson would get to play right tackle for the games he's not suspended for. And I happened to suggest, I just went, ooh, that dear Jonathan Allen, get to the left side, and I completely confused the absolute backside of him. Don't really know how, as he's an NFL expert, but there you go. It happened. And as Dutton said, he's got a lot of excuses.
Meth's a hell of a drug.
Meth's a hell of a drug indeed. Dutton, different kind of show this week, and one that I'm a little bit uncomfortable about, and there's two reasons why. Reason one is it's Q&A from the audience, can only end badly. Two is you've compiled all these, and I don't know half the questions. Even worse, that means, ladies and gents, Dutton's driving. And for anyone who's ever been in a passenger seat when Dutton's driving, expect a horn, expect a lot of abusive language, and expect to be very close to the car in front of you.
Some people call it road rage. I call it, oh my God, who let these dickheads drive?
Some people call it road rage. You call it Monday. Do you know what I mean? It just happens, And luckily, I thought I'd escaped it when I moved 200 miles away. Unfortunately, my fiancée, soon-to-be wife, seems to have the same passion for driving. Use passion in inverted commas, as in she loves to swear at quote-unquote dickheads on the road.
But surely you just drive around in tractors and combine harvesters and
you'd think
the
so.
like.
You'd think
threshing
so.
machines.
You'd think so, being a wool and all. Well, yeah, here's one for you, right? I was watching Twitter today, and I actually need to respond to this. And it was a Liverpool Twitter thing, and they were talking about Liverpool playing a pre-season friendly in Wigan. Don't know why. And someone said to someone else, "Do you want to go for a pie bomb? I.e., do you want to go and watch this game?" And he went, "I'm not going there. It's SHIT. And last time we had to do a podcast in Woolodian, Switch Island."
Whoa!
And correct me if I'm wrong, Dutton. That's Bootle.
That's Bootle. L20.
That's not Wool, right?
No.
It's the if it was the other side of Switch Island by the Astra / the Lidl / McGull, that would be Wool behaviour. However, It's not Wool, it's Bootle.
It's Bootle. You by all means go and tell everyone from Bootle they're wolves, please.
I think this guy's from what we would describe as the other half of Liverpool, the Speak, Heighton End, Childwall, and thinks that Everton past town, heading towards Everton, and Liverpool for that matter is Wool. Incorrect. Let's not get any more diverse by just talking about Liverpool the whole show when the majority of people listening to this have never been to Liverpool. And let's get on, Dutton, with the questions. Fire them away and let's give some answers. Go for it.
Okay, first question. It's from Ryan Conway. He's, what is he now? RJ Conway 92. Which fighting game as a kid, awkward teenager, did you like best and why? Tekken, Mortal Kombat, or Street Fighter?
See, let's be brutally honest and all that. I work in IT. I am absolutely garbage at computer games. I am techie IT person, not computer game IT person. I had one of these games more than the others. That was Tekken. Love Tekken. I'm going to get even more geeky now. There's a new version of Tekken. And in that version of Tekken, you can become a member of the Bullet Club. Bullet Club are a wrestling faction from New Japan. So I'm going to say Tekken.
I didn't really play him. I was aware of Street Fighter. Obviously, I saw the unconvincing Jean-Claude Van Damme vehicle when it was released. But no, I was more playing games like Cannon Fodder and strategy killing games rather than fighting killing games.
Do you think people who are listening to this show are aware that there was a Street Fighter film with Kylie Minogue in it?
They might not be.
It was truly one of the worst films ever made.
Yes, it was an inauspicious ending to Raul Julia's life.
Yeah, it was terrible. Terrible. Yeah, so Tekken and non-Ryan, loving your work. Carry on listening.
Also go to another one from Twitter, from a Marcus Grant.
Oh, I know Marcus. I'm aware of him.
Compare and contrast Arsene Wenger to a block of Swiss cheese. Thanks.
I think there's more flavour in Swiss cheese. There's as many holes in Swiss cheese as there is in a usual Arsene Wenger style defence since 2010. Arsene Wenger's greyer and wears a bigger coat.
I think both of them, the longer they stay around, the more they stink.
Yeah, I was glad he got a 2-year deal, and I'm glad they won the FA Cup. Although we didn't watch it because we were hammered in Dusseldorf.
Mm-hmm.
Because it meant he got to stay, and we get that Arsenal fume, which is brilliant. Every football club in the UK, if you watch soccer, has fan base, and now there's a lot of YouTube, Twitter, whatever, and each one's got its own level of fume. And Arsenal's is up there, probably with Liverpool, on social media as the ultimate fume of the world's about to end.
Yeah, I'd go with that. Okay, well, Tony, as expected, has bombarded us with questions. We'll have one from him, and then I'll go one from that I've stolen from somewhere else.
Go for it.
What are your views on manscaping? I'll be honest, I had to look up what manscaping was.
Manscaping, I assume, is shaving pubic hair.
I believe it's just shaving any of your hair, yes.
Yeah, any hair that isn't your head, right? I do it, I have no problem with it. You had to do it?
I had to do it, yes. I'm ridiculously clumsy, so I don't want any sharp cutting implements anywhere near any parts of my body. In my hands, anyway.
How can I say so? The question that I'd have is if you could go to, your local manscaping shop, if one so existed, would you do it?
No.
Because the thing is, it's not necessarily for you, Dutton. It's for your lovely fiancé.
Then what's the point? There's not for me.
I mean, we're going to get down into some kinds of, my dad wrote a porno here, which I don't really want to go into. But I'd suggest you would prefer manscaping, but let's just move on.
Who is the most overrated and who is the most underrated players in the NFL
right now?
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good question. Do you have an answer? Why I think on? Because obviously you've got the questions.
Well, I stole this from Bleeding Green Nation, the Bleeding Green Radio, and somebody come up with Chris Harris of the Broncos cornerback as underrated. But overrated, it's. They're all garbage. It's hard for me to say anyone above the others because I think they're a bit like Premiership goalkeepers. Most of them, they're not as good as they're built up to be.
I think one of the most overrated players in an NFC's bias kind of way has to be Eli Manning. He's almost accidentally won 2 Super Bowls. Criminally underrated is tough. I look at players and it sounds ridiculous, I look at Larry Fitzgerald. And he's one of the best players probably to ever play wide receiver. And I'm not 100% sure because he's in Arizona that's ever been quite done. I just wonder if that's it sounds ridiculous to think that Larry Fitzgerald's first ballot Hall of Famer is underrated. But I have a feeling he might be.
Devonta Freeman might be one as well.
Devonta Freeman is probably a good shout, isn't it? It's strange now, I suppose, because of the world of fantasy and whatever. It's probably a lot more difficult on the offensive side to become underrated because everyone looks at fancy stats and whatever. So I just look and think, okay, Joe Thomas, left tackle of the Browns, he's amazing, but the rest of his team is pure poo. So no one even thinks about him it's like an afterthought. I know he makes Pro Bowls and whatever, but if he wasn't playing, someone would die. Quarterbacks would die if he wasn't there.
Okay, another one of Tony's. What's the most efficient way of packing underwear for a holiday?
So it should go.
Socks and shoes, surely.
Yeah, it should be wrapped into like a, like a sausage form, and then stuffed in corners, nooks, crannies, shoes.
I don't see how there's any debate here.
I assume Tony's asking this as in less than a week he's travelling to New Zealand to follow the England Lions that was a Freudian slip if I've ever read one. The British Lions. It should be the Welsh Lions if you follow any of that stuff. The British Lions get absolutely and utterly annihilated by New Zealand, but get drunk at the same time. It's ironic because he'll probably just take 2 pairs of boxies and shorts, as the man doesn't wear trousers unless he has to, and he's definitely not wearing socks. I mean,
when you're going away for that long, surely don't take any. Buy some cheap ones while you're out there and throw them away when you're done with them.
Especially as he's not staying in a hotel, he's living inside of a Winnebago for 3 weeks.
Yeah. No, disposable bills, surely.
Disposable bills. To be honest, once you've wore all them clothes and you've been in that Winnebago for 3 weeks, I would suggest setting it all on fire.
We'll keep going with Tony's. As I say, I'm building up to all the ones. Favourite non-NFL podcast? I don't really listen to an awful lot of non-NFL podcasts. So
if we go with me, then at the moment, I'm in a little bit of an NFL lull. I'm listening to Binge Mode, which is a Ringer podcast about the Game of Thrones, going through all 60 episodes. Very good. I am a subscriber to the Anfield Wrap, which is a Liverpool fanzine, I suppose audio fanzine of sorts. They do a multitude of shows, and all of which I really enjoy. It's not for non-Liverpool fans. I'm not suggesting that you would listen to it, apart from a show called The Rider, which talks about music. I also like Criminal. That is I suppose it's a bi-weekly event, hence the name of Crimes of a sort. And I also listen to the West Wing Weekly, which has got Joshua Malino in it. It's very good.
See, I listen to Criminal as well. So I like true crime. There's one I listen to. It's called Case File, and I think that's an Australian one about like famous criminals or cases or whatnot. And also Quickly Kevin Willie Score, the 90s football podcast, which is Josh Widdicombe's vehicle.
Again, to get a bit of context, Quickly Kevin Can He Score was penalty shootouts 1998 ITV when who, Dalton?
Brian Moore and Kevin Keegan commentating.
Said to Kevin Keegan, will he score? As David Batty, I believe, ran up, Kevin said yes, Brian said no, as the Argentinian goalie saved it.
Yeah, not one of Brian or Kevin's greatest moments. Okay,
and one of our 57 reasons why ITV should not be a vehicle for live sport.
And we have plenty of them. Okay, big one, and this is, you support slightly more successful teams than me in most sports. So we'll go with the Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
If you were told by someone with foreknowledge, a wizard, a warlock or anything, they will never win a Super Bowl. Ever.
Yeah.
Would you still support them?
I can't. I'm in. What can I do? In theory, a wizard or warlock has decreed that they're not going to win another Super Bowl, and that my other successful quote-unquote soccer team is also never going to win a championship. I can't now say, I can't back out. All I may put forward some kind of party to stop others from falling down a similar rabbit hole that I am down. But I wouldn't be able to stop myself, no.
So you think that you get enough out of being a fan of the Redskins to make up for the fact that ultimately it's never going to happen?
At the end of the day, Dutton, as Washington, now we are Everton. So I have 6 games a year, 4 of which are more important, 2 of which annoy you, and 2 of which annoy America. That's where I'm standing on the situation.
See, I've never seen them the Eagles win a Super Bowl, so I would assume that I'm still in it as well. Although, if it was they're never going to win one, and you offered me a decent alternative, so they're never going to win one, but we'll forget everything bad you ever said about the Patriots, and you can support them. I'll probably take it.
See, but we're close. I'm telling you now, we're close to the end of this. All the anti-Patriot people, you just need to hang in there a little bit longer. Again, we're going back to soccer references. Just look at Manchester United. You've just got to hang in. You just got to stay in the fight. Stay in that fight and you'll be all right. Man
United went 26 years without a Premiership title.
No, but
I can think of one team that's gone 27 years themselves.
No, but what I'm saying is that the Eagles, the Patriots did that, and then they've won 25 and 26 years. What I'm saying is that the dry spell's coming. You just need to have faith.
Okay, back to Tony's. Who would win in a fight, Mainz or Dutton? I'm not a fighter. I think it'd be worse than Hugh Grant, Colin Firth.
Let's be honest, that would be one of the worst fights ever to start with. I think I'd attempt to do wrestling moves, which then I'd realise actually don't hurt. That's an issue for me. And plus, go wrestle moves. You've got a metal elbow. I think at the end of the day, what's gonna happen is whoever lands the first punch in some kind of, let's say it, camp way, will hurt the other one, and the other one will go ow, and that'll kind of be the end of it. Yeah,
not such a fight, more a skirmish.
Let's play a game. How many fights have you been in your life?
By fight, do we mean a contest in which I had at least a fair or even chance of competing in, or do we mean a public caning?
No, but in a public caning, you must have allowed yourself to get into that situation, so that counts.
Proper fight, one, and I didn't actually land or throw a punch, but did have one hit me and fell across the road in Liverpool.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, I think I've been in one. Do you know, we're not. This isn't Manny Pacquiao against Floyd Mayweather.
No. I say I'm more interested in tactics than actual carrying out the operations.
I'm a lover, not a fighter, Dutton.
I'm just a pussy. As Craig does always take great pleasure in comparing me to Rimmer from Red Dwarf. So.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, what's the best fruit? Apple.
Strawberry. What kind of apple are you having now?
Green.
No, thanks for
very
that.
Green. Very, very.
So we're talking Granny Smith.
Granny
Smith's
yeah.
the green of the apples, right? I'm going to say strawberry, and I don't think it's close.
I think we need to categorise, because an apple's a hand fruit, strawberry's a snack fruit.
I don't even know what that means.
I think...
I'm going to be honest, your issue here is I don't really like fruit. I don't eat apples, I don't like bananas, don't like oranges, don't like pears. I like strawberries, raspberries, and the occasional blackberry.
See, that's the thing, you can eat a handful of them. You can eat one apple at a time, unless you're some kind of sadist.
Okay, then I don't like hand fruit then. Right.
Yeah, I'm going to say apple. I quite like bananas. Full of potassium, very good for avoiding a hangover.
Yeah, I know you had multiple in Dusseldorf. I just got another beer because it was either that or you'd lose your nerve, as a great man once told us.
Indeed, and what a man he was. The last thing you copied and pasted on your phone. Let's have a look at this.
I'm gonna have to find out. Last thing I copied and pasted on my phone will have been where's Dome? Everton's first 6 fixtures: Stoke at home, Man City away, Chelsea away, Spurs at home, Man United away, Bournemouth home. I sent that to Damo, who was on our stag do. That was last copy and pasted.
For some reason, the copy and pasted my thing was a screenshot that I didn't know I'd taken, and I've now copied and pasted it as well.
Nice.
So
what was that screenshot?
It was just of a review that I'd written for a podcast.
Nice. Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah, that's gripping. I'm sure I had some more.
So glad it wasn't porn. Like.
Who's copying and pasting porn? I mean,
no one.
This is why I feel like, there's a few comedic ones. You see Pornhub, it says, woman screws entire country at once, and it's the Prime Minister. Links to these types of sites. Who's sharing these on Facebook or Twitter, please? I need to be introduced to a person who's thought, do you know what? I enjoyed that. My friends will enjoy that as well.
But the thing is, back in the day, we used to share ringtones. I think this is just evolution. Do you remember when we used to go to Boozer, like on a Friday night, Hare and Hounds,
8:30,
and at 8:30, well, we'd be there at 8:30. Everyone else would be there about 9 o'clock. Guys would be there at like 9:45, and you'd be like, "Oh, I've got this new ringtone. It sounds like this. It didn't sound like that. It's the funeral march. It's not. It sounds more like two dudes playing a xylophone." Do you want it?
So you Bluetooth it to each other.
Bluetooth it over. Wow, you know what I mean? It took you like 4 hours to Bluetooth it. It took you ages to connect phones. Like, what's that about?
Yeah, but that's sharing ringtones in case your phone goes. That's something you could probably both enjoy. And to be honest, if I shared it with you, you're never going to hear it. If I make it your ringtone because you're ringing me, I'm not comfortable with something you say. I enjoyed whacking off to this. Maybe you would as well.
I suppose it's true. Yeah, I just look at it and I just think, yeah, this is comedy gold. I don't know.
I did have some more questions, but they appear to have disappeared from my Twitter likes.
Oh, Dutton, you're useless.
So I'll just go a little bit quick fire if you want. Pro Evo or FIFA?
FIFA.
Yeah, Pro Evo's jumped the shark now. Have you seen who you can play in the latest version?
No.
Usain Bolt.
Okay.
Not a footballer.
Not a footballer, no. Not a footballer.
Empire or Jedi?
Jedi.
Correct.
Oh, I didn't really do that well. Let's do that question again.
No, you didn't.
Okay. Do it again.
Empire or Jedi?
Empire.
Blasphemy.
For those who aren't aware, that is Dutton.
Clarks or Clerks or...
Clerks, depending on which country you're from, we're going to say Clarks. Mr. Kevin Smith, one of his great works.
Kolsch or alt beer?
Kolsch.
Yeah, I think... I don't think that really opened up to much of a debate.
There was rumours, Dutton, that we didn't discuss Dusseldorf enough on the last podcast, so I think this may be a good time to explain it. So we went to Dusseldorf for my stag do. The beer of choice there is alt beer. It's like a dark beer that has some kind of like, I don't know, meaty, bacony type taste. It wasn't to everyone's liking. I drank it all the time because I think I had to. We were there 3 nights. The first night I was made to wear a wig, I'm Eric Cantona 7, that stupid invisible grey kit with a tartan miniskirt. I look spectacular.
I'd had worse.
That I can't argue with as I've seen them. The next night we went and did karaoke. What karaoke did you do?
I did Bat Out of Hell, because I always do. Little Respect by Erasure, not Aretha Franklin. And More Than Words by Extreme, which got an actual compliment from Mr. Gary Cale when he said it was actually quite good.
Actually quite good. As people who know me, I don't do karaoke. I hate karaoke. If I had a time machine, I'd go to Japan and find a guy who was just about to invent karaoke and snap his neck like Jack Bauer in 24. And because of that, it was proven to be hilarious that Mainz had to do karaoke. So there was a consortium who went round the whole pub to find out which would be the best. They spoke to 2 French girls, I believe, who decided that I should do Barbie Girl.
Yeah. The thing is, you hate karaoke because you can't sing.
Who cares why I hate it? It doesn't matter why I hate it. I hate it. It's awful. I hate athletics because I can't run. So I hate karaoke because I can't sing. The issue was, it was an absolutely spectacular night.
God, it was hot.
It was hot. Dusseldorf, one of the hottest places I've ever been to. 35 degrees. I would highly recommend it for 2 things. Thing 1, stag do. Amazing. And lots of other stags there. If you're not interested in that, go not on a Saturday, going to Sunday, Monday, fantastic. And also, if you want to take your missus, there's loads of shops.
Yeah, that's probably the reason I probably wouldn't. Saturday night, the main strip or main area, like their bar street, as it were, was as busy as I've seen like Matthew Street, like, you know, around Beatles festival time. But it dropped to acceptable levels on the Sunday.
Absolutely, totally agree.
Which, as I say, you know, just loads of places to sit outside. Barmen who look a bit like a German Tom Hardy. You know, it's Thomas Hart. Sorry. But yeah, it was spectacular. I love the Germans and eagerly await my next visit,
which I believe is Munich next year.
Indeed, or Nuremberg at the end of August. But I'm going to have to let that one go through to the keeper, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I also am as I am in Italy. Then, in quick fire questions, was there anything more obvious than England getting beat by Pakistan and Wales?
God, no. England are the presumptive favourites. Pakistan, who, to be honest, were, you know, at stages couldn't have looked more likely to go out of this tournament. Of course, they're going to lose. Although I was just as sure that England would get rolled for 2-10 and then Pakistan would crumble for 40, or that they'd absolutely walk it. So, hats off to them. The world's a better place when Pakistan are crackers.
Yeah, they are a proper mad-ass team, and I'm really looking forward to them playing India. Because what could possibly go wrong in London? Is it Lords?
Indeed.
Is it at Lords? Is it?
No, it's the Oval.
Oh, they're not using Lords for this, are they?
No, don't know why.
Don't really get that, because we've had a half-full Cardiff for the majority of the events, unfortunately.
No, blame the Welsh.
Yeah, we usually do.
Well, I'm all out.
You all done, Sutton? You all done? Quick fire 30, as they say in the trade. Any final words?
No, that was fun. I hope the answers entertained and revealed a little bit about the inner workings of our soul.
Or didn't, and you're desperate for more. If you're desperate for more, we'll be back near enough every week, mostly talking NFL. But during this time of the year, we talk a load of random stuff, because, you know, you've got that scope to grow at this period of time. I am at Mainzy7. Dutton is at ndutton13, and combined we are at Waxing_Lyrical. It's badly spelt. That means I control the Twitter account. However, Dutton, for the first time ever, did send a tweet out this week. See if you can find it. It's probably got full stops and commas. You can find us on Spreaker, on Twitter, on iTunes, on YouTube. Give us a review, give us a listen, share us, get your friends involved. The more people that listen, the more that me and Dutton feel important.
Yeah, don't share us as if we were on Pornhub,
because that'd be weird.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. These two top guys are out.